Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a mid-July money and career tarot reading. So I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below in regards to your situation, how it resonates, or just some emojis if you'd like. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, I forgot a few rings. Are you feeling a bit forgetful? Just one moment. But more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, the message that came through is money is looking good. Money is looking good. So let's shift everything over and pull some cards, aiming for 6, from the Light Seers Tarot deck. It's like you're feeling a bit all over the place, but feeling like things are starting to fall into place or get together, or you're feeling like you're trying to organize things, this and that. Keep in mind as I shuffle, general mid-month reading for the sign of Aquarius. Whatever placements work out for you, I'll apply. If you're here to hear about an Aquarius in your life, see what they're up to, how they're doing for the categories you're speaking upon, you're obviously welcome to join. And because it's general, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. On another note, accepting requests for personal readings at this time. So head on down below to the description box where you will find all the options, pricing, and my email. So just reach out. I'll get that started. For our lovely Aquarius, money and career for their mid-July. Mid-July for money and career for Aquarius. Okay, we have half of which. What else do we have for Aquarius? Mid-July, money and career. Thank you, Spirit. Perfect. Interesting. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You might feel as if there's a level of you trying to release a bit of control or take things a bit slower, finding as if when you slow things down a bit, whether it's mentally or physically, just the way you approach your work and situations, your finances, you find that you develop a better result, or it's just easier to kind of get things organized or figure out exactly what you want moving forward. Finding that results just end up being more desirable as you put your hands up and say, it is what it is. For a lot of you, sending things out into the universe, however that pertains to you, and being like, let's just see how this works out. Interesting. We're moving on to the beginning of the reading where we have the moon. Or I should say the beginning of the spread. Feeling like you're shedding a bit of emotions as you move forward, leftover emotions from all the frustrations or the difficulties, the overwhelming workload for some of you that has been piled on your plate. Feeling like at times you do drown in your workload, or your emotions get the best of you when you're trying to just stay focused, get things organized, or achieve this or that at work, or whatever the case may be for you. For a lot of you, trying to get your finances in order. Wow, this is looking better than expected, but why do I still feel emotional? It's where it says you're going through a lot of healing from the ups and downs and the rough patches that you had along the way up until this point. It's getting better. You just intuitively feel like things are falling into place, as if your finances are meant to just kind of skyrocket or gradually increase as things proceed. Moving forward, we have the Hangman. In comes random amounts of money or forms of abundance, reminders from Spirit and the universe to adjust your perspective and to help you realize that things are improving. You sort of looking at your bank account and seeing a random amount of money or a return amount of money, however it ends up working for you, a deposit, and being like, wow, this was unexpected. You know, my money's actually looking good or looking better than I expected. A lot of you feeling as if abundance pops up in random forms, and it's like, okay, all right, things could be a lot worse. They have been, at least in the past. And feeling like as you're pushed to adjust things and you random ways for the universe to kind of brighten your outlook on things, You're like, yeah, this is starting to work out for me. Everything's starting to fall into place. I am feeling better about my situation in general when it comes to my money and career. Feeling like, as well, as you sort of continue to shed the emotions and try to, for some of you, minimize your workload. For others, just get everything organized. As you take on more, you find yourself shining more, glowing differently. It's like those little bits of abundance or the reminders of how good things are meant to be for you leave you glowing on a different level. And that in itself attracts new opportunities, new forms of abundance, or routes to get to that abundance. The Lovers. Wow, I actually love what I do, or for some of you, regaining a new kind of love and perspective for your financial situation, feeling as if money is just truly on your mind. At times, working and kind of doing your daily grind, if you will, in figuring that or finding it hard to not focus on certain connections in your life, thinking about this or that, or finding it hard not to think about how your financial situation, for the good and for the bad, or your career, affects those connections in one way, shape, or form. At times being like, can I afford this? Can I afford that for this person, or to spend time with this person? And then you thinking back, and it's like, no, actually things are working out. My finances are looking a hell of a lot better. Excuse my language. And my career could be doing good to be doing better. For some of you, looking for a new job, a new career choice, trying to redirect yourself. But for the most part, it's like, at least my finances are looking good. Why is it that at times I love what I do, I love my financial situation, feeling good about all of which, and then it kind of dips, right? Either you feel that way, or it's just actually the reality of things, and Spirit saying everything has its natural kind of ups and downs. Just ride the waves, right? But these days you're going to find, moving forward, that your finances are just, your money's looking good. Ten of Pentacles. As you move forward, again, you have been heavily thinking about your connections and how they kind of wrap up and are intertwined with your finances and your career somehow. Some of which, some Aquarians out there working from home, so it's kind of hard not to separate your work life from your home life, right? Doing your best to separate all of which will help you, but you kind of thinking about your ideal life in general as a whole. You know, how does my ideal career fit into all of which? How does my ideal financial situation fit into all of which? If I was to put it aside, am I satisfied with the other areas as well? Just kind of breaking things down very analytically and being like, damn, I'm an overthinker. But I feel like I'm kind of getting somewhere as far as the analyzations that I'm, putting forth, the work that I'm putting forth, just figuring out this and that. But being aligned with the moon, at times when you overthink your living situation, certain things that you wish you could afford, or for people in your life, or for yourself, or just, not getting to where you would like to be exactly, that end goal for your career, it makes you a bit emotional. Or all of those thoughts and sometimes the pressure from the people in your life leave you feeling a little bit weighed down. But it's like, again, your money's looking good. So it's like, don't stress, right? But it's easier said than done. And needing to kind of instill a new sense of balance in your situation, if you can. Feeling like your thoughts and people around you, what you're wrapped up in as far as work, it gets you a little bit on an edge, a little bit nervous at times. Finding that you're oversharing, overspeaking, or just speaking way too fast. So I need to simplify your mind and just slow it down a bit, right? Three of Cups in reverse. As you move forward, you're going to find it a lot easier not to kind of wrap your connections, whether they're friends, acquaintances, family members, you're going to find it a lot easier not to wrap them up or intertwine them as much in your career choices, your financial decisions, finding that you don't need their opinions as much, whether it's you're looking to your spiritual guidance in one way, shape, or form more so, or you're just looking within to that beautiful Aquarian intuition. You're finding that you don't need the opinions that will still roll in quite forcefully, but you're doing a better job of being like, I'm listening. Okay. All right. Now I actually know what to do beside putting that opinion aside, putting all these feisty opinions or throwing them away in one ear and out the other kind of vibe coming through. Some of you needing to take a new perspective on those connections, but not Feeling as if you are doing a better job of not listening to those connections when it comes to opinions, but at the same time, thinking a lot about them when you're working, right? Needing to do one thing at a time as you're trying to get everything organized, organizing things piece by piece, chunk by chunk, one decision at a time. Feeling like a lot of you are trying to, in the past, have tried to help certain connections in your life with their finances, and you're like, no more, no offense, but I'm going to be sort of selfish, or finding that certain decisions you're making within your money and career are pushing other connections further away from you. Why is it that my friend count, my acquaintance count is a lot lower these days? Is it because I've been solely focusing on my money, my career? And it's like, it is what it is, right? Just kind of like the Queen of Cups. Even though you at times feel a little bit emotional about it, deep down, even if you don't want to admit it, it's like putting your hands up and saying, so be it. It is what it is. Let's just let it be for the time being. And Spirit's saying, well, what you're doing is, yeah, you're putting a lot of, you're putting a lot of focus towards your career, finances, and certain connections aren't shining as much or growing or fading away, but you're also making room at the same time, if you think about it, for other new connections, new people, new experiences to flow in, right? And remember, your thought process has a lot to do with how much you glow. The Star. I just saw 1111 on the timestamp as I picked this card up. Feeling like luck is on your side these days as you continue to heal, continue to grow, and continue to strive for all the success you deserve within your money and career. Feeling very connected to Spirit and the universe as you do just that. Feeling as if the forms of abundance keep rolling in here and there randomly, and it's like, okay, this is good. This is good. I feel the need to tell you to watch the Cancer reading, which I haven't even done yet. Interesting. Allowing for yourself to remember that you are shining on a different level these days, even if certain people can't see it fully, right? Allowing for your work to speak for itself as you continue to work your ass off, it feels. Gaining a new perspective, once again, a new level of love for yourself as an individual, all the meanwhile finding that is intertwined to the level of success that you achieve for your money and career. Finding that at the end of the day, you feel good about this and that, but you still are kind of breaking it down and feeling this can be improved, right? Feeling like certain connections can be improved, but your focus still lies pretty heavily on your money and career, as you find that your career is improving slowly but surely, but your money's looking pretty damn good. All right, Aquarius. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.